Bajo tribes. One of the inspirations for the film Avatar 2, Way of Water, directed by James Cameron, is the Bajo tribe who live in Indonesia. This motivation is delineated by the presence of the Metkayina Clan, one of the Navi or symbol clans who occupy the ocean on the Pandora, and symbol 2, method of water. Cameron uncovered that the way of life and engineering of the Bajo public show up in the film. Cameron and his group directed research on the Bajo clan prior to delivering this remarkable movie. It appears to be that the Bajo public don't just exist in Indonesia. They are dispersed in the oceans of Malaysia, the Philippines and Thailand. The Bajo clan in Indonesia is spread across East Kalimantan, South Kalimantan, South Sulawesi, Southeast Sulawesi, West Nusa Tenggara, East Nusa Tenggara, and other eastern pieces of Indonesia. The Bajo tribe is an ethnic origin from Southeast Asia which has quite strong maritime characteristics. Currently they are scattered in several water areas of Sulawesi, East Kalimantan, Maluku, Nusa Tenggara, to the east coast of Sabah, Malaysia, and the Sulu Archipelago, Philippines. Togian Island. Bajo tribe who live in the Togian Islands National Park. The Togian Islands are an archipelago located in Hamani Bay, precisely in the Togian Regency, central Sulawesi. This is where the Bajo live and live side by side with the sea. Majority occupation of the Bajo people is fishing. They look for fish in traditional ways such as fishing with hooks, netting, and also archery. The catch will be sold to communities around the coast or nearby islands. Apart from fishing, some of the Bajo people have also learned to cultivate several marine commodities such as lobster, grouper, or shrimp. The life of the Bajo people, who are so simple and concerned with the maritime sphere, sometimes makes them not pay much attention to permanent settlements. Therefore the government is trying to encourage them and also build the Togian Islands National Park to overcome settlement, economic, and educational problems so that they can further advance the lives of the Bajo people. To go to Togian Island, there are no less than 3 courses that can be crossed by open transportation, specifically Ampana, Pagwat, Pahuwato, and Gorontalo. Assuming that you pick through Ampana, you can pick by means of air travel first. For instance, assuming you withdraw from Jakarta, you will get associated departures from Jakarta to Palu and Palu to Ampana. Focus on the flight plan from Palu to Ampana. So you need to pick a departure from Jakarta with an appearance time in Palu before that time. 1. Assuming you come from another city, you will generally travel in Makassar or Balikpapan prior to going to Palu. The network of this course compels you to remain for the time being in Palu first and go on towards Ampana the following day. 2. Other course choices around Focal Sulawesi are Makassar to Poso with Wings Air and proceed with a 4-hour excursion to Ampana. Another course is Makassar to Loyuk with Garuda, Sriwijaya and Lion, then proceed with the excursion to Ampana for around 5 hours. 3. From Ampana, the way to Togian is simpler and quicker with the public speedboat administration 2 times every day. Your objective is from Ampana to Wakai, the focal point of exchange, the Togian Islands. The movement time for public speedboats from Ampana to Wakai is about an hour and a half. Beforehand, the best way to go to Togian was the ship, which required around 6 hours to Wakai, or the wooden boats Puspita and Kapia, which required around 4 hours to Wakai.
There is certain tradition which is the Mamia Kadilo tradition, is in the form of grouping people when they go to sea for a certain period of time and the boat used. There are 3 groups of this tradition, Palalabu, Bapanga, and Siskay, wrote researcher Professor Ramli Utina from Gorontalo State University as quoted from Manga Bay, Indonesia. 1. Palalabu is accustomed to go to the ocean utilizing a sop boat pushed by paddles. Venture out onto the ocean in only a couple of days and return to the settlement to sell the catch and appreciate it with your loved ones. 2. Bapanga, Babini, is a fishing action for quite a long time or even months utilizing an enormous boat estimating roughly 4 times 2 meters called a la or sopek. This action frequently includes families, like spouses and kids, and some even conceive an offspring on a boat. 3. Siskai is the propensity for going to the ocean involving a few boats for quite a long time with a meandering region between islands. While the gathering is going through Metkayina, venturing out onto the ocean, there are limitations for the families abandoned as well as the individuals who venture out onto the ocean. The restrictions they should stay away from incorporate the forbiddance against tossing things into ocean waters, for example, waste washing water, wood charcoal or kitchen remains, cigarette butts and cinders, stew water, ginger and squeezed orange, and a denial on washing cooking tools, skillet, in ocean waters. Waste washing water as well as these materials ought to be gathered and discarded ashore. There is likewise an untouchable on eating turtle meat. On the off chance that abused it can bring devastation, storm fiasco, impedance from detestable spirits and even get nothing adrift. Turtles are accepted to assist many individuals who with encountering catastrophes. In this way these creatures ought not be killed. The Bajo public, particularly the more seasoned age, actually trust in specific bunches of coral as the abode for the spirits of their predecessors. Guardians precluded relatives to get fish and marine life around the coral reefs. From that tradition of the Bajo tribe, we can learn with the surroundings while not destroying it and wise in managing resources. We learn to implement these values in our daily routines and managing resources for future generations.